Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Oh, yes, indeed. It is the Call Flow Radio Show here on WFLO AM 870. We're streaming online at WFLO.net and broadcasting live from the Francis E. Woods studio in downtown Farmville. I'm John Staten, back from a, relaxed... whatever.
Disney World, John. You went to Disney World.
I did.
How was it, John?
It was all right. And this is Noah Massage,
That's
by the
right.
way.
My name's Noah Massage.
I feel like I'm still at Disney World looking at you this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got that kind of... I won't say.
Swindler? Do I look like a...
No.
Is that a shyster?
A swindler. No, I was going to say goofy, but that's okay. Oh, welcome, everybody.
That was a good one, John.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Have you ever been to Disney World?
No, I'd never been to Disney World. We had a Disney jar growing up, John. That never...
Disney jar.
Never raised enough money.
You didn't have a swear jar. You had a Disney jar.
We had both, and somehow...
Which one was bigger?
The swear jar, weirdly enough, John. I mean, the swear jar could have funded a new house. We could have moved to the Beverly Hills with that one.
You could have took the swear jar and made that the Disney jar. You could have gone to Disney, maybe.
Oh, well, that's not what the swear jar is for, John. It's for making bad decisions.
Could have made multiple
with
trips
money.
to Disney World.
Yeah.
I hadn't been to Florida in, it's been over 20 years at least.
Wow.
And
How is it? Is it different than we remember?
it's still nice and hot.
Nice and hot, yeah.
And crowded.
There you go.
But it was for what it was nice to get out of the routine and do something different. Wake up first thing in the morning, then jog in the hot and all that good stuff.
What were the mornings like? I'm always interested in people's mornings on vacation because, you want to take it easy, but do you still follow
Not when you're on
routine?
a schedule. Not when you're on a schedule.
Oh man,
we got to do this at this time and do that at that time. Get up this time to eat breakfast, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not much different.
That's not good. That's not good at all, John. That sounds the opposite of relaxing.
I was kidding
boy.
about the relaxing. No,
Okay.
Oh,
no, John, no.
No, I crashed at the end of the
You did.
day. Oh, yeah. They'd want to hit the pool, and I'd go, I'm going to hit the bed. And
Where did you stay? Was it
the Floridian. It
Ooh.
was part of Disney. You can stay closer to the resort now. They have these fancy. They've had that for a while, but we didn't do that the previous time. And so the Floridian, they have all these nice places you can eat and all blah blah blah. It's really good. I ate way more than I normally eat.
Nice.
And so I've probably packed on a few more.
A couple lockers. Or
breakfast was
schmeckles.
insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just. The last day, I guess it was Friday or Saturday morning. I don't even remember now, but it was one of the last days. I heard this thing said that the special that day was going to be this how did they got to describe it? Like a strawberry cheesecake pancake.
Oh my God.
And so I ordered that.
Yeah.
And so I thought maybe 3 tops, something like that. It took up more than half of the plate.
Oh my God.
And it was more than 3. It was like, I don't know, I lost count.
Ooh.
It was like 4, maybe 5, I don't remember. But between each pancake was
A layer of
that stuff that tastes like cheesecake.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And you didn't need syrup on this thing. I mean, it was that
But
sweet.
you put it on anyways.
I did initially.
Yeah.
But then once I got past the first layer, I was like, all right, no more syrup. I don't need it.
Mm.
And needless to say, I only got about half done. I couldn't eat the whole thing. I only ate half.
That's
of
massive. Did you take the rest with you? Do they have to-go boxes at a hotel? Can somebody look that up?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I guess if you really wanted to, you
Yeah.
could, I guess. But I didn't bother to ask. But no, it was pretty neat. We did a few other things. We went to Universal one of the days, and I hadn't been there. Same timeline, which would have been the last time I went, was to go to Universal. And the parts that I remember haven't changed, but they've added to it since then. And so there's more there than I remember from before. But the part where the Marvel superheroes were, which was the initial reason why I went 20-some-odd years ago, that's the same. The coasters are the same. The rides are the same. The people in the costumes, their costumes are better than I remembered. So took a picture with my nephew and me with Wolverine. And I told him I liked his new movie.
Nice.
But he has he had the Wolverine attitude.
Oh,
so
nice.
that was kind of cool. And we saw Captain America. Did not get to take a picture with him. I think Cyclops and Storm we took a picture with. And I can't remember who else. Oh, Spider-Man.
There you go. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was off to himself. You had to wait in line you had to wait in line for most of the things. But Spider-Man was sort of secluded somewhere in a room somewhere.
He's a Spider-Man, John.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man.
So.
Yeah. But no, it was fun. It was more. It's like Christmas with younger kids around.
Mm-hmm.
It was to watch him have fun.
Yeah.
My nephew. So that I didn't have to ride the rides like I would have. The only one I missed that I like in Disney would have been the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, you didn't go?
I didn't get to go.
Man.
Well, he was a little. He didn't believe me when I told him it wasn't anything to it.
Yeah.
And so, or when we told him that, but I've rode that ride enough from my previous years of being a kid because I've been to Disney at least. Oh, I don't know if you count all the years I've been alive, maybe 3-4 times, something like that, over a course of stretch of time in between each one, maybe 3 times, 4 tops. But rode this ride that was the Twilight Zone themed drop zone kind of thing. That was new, or pretty new, the last time I had been down there. And I thought I'd read somewhere they had stopped the ride, taken it down or something like that. But no, it was still there. They changed it, though.
Does Rod Sterling no longer come out with a cigarette around the corner?
No, he actually does.
This is
serious? There's a.
That's funny.
You're in a room at the beginning.
Yeah.
Before you are seated into the ride, and he's talking, but it's obviously overdubbed because he mentions the things about the ride and whatnot. But it's him. I mean, visually, it's him. But the ride's different. The ride I remember is you seem like you're in a hotel, which is what it's supposed to be, the whole time. So you don't see outside. You don't see the park. It's all dark, and you see things like you're in a house or a hotel, I mean. And then the drop happens. And what I remembered from way back when was you see the park as you fall.
Whoa.
At the end.
All
and it was a long drop. They changed that now. Now it was a lot more up and down and not one big fall like I remembered. It was still neat because you're still coming out of your seat and all that sort of stuff. Have you ever done a drop zone type thing?
Kind of. Yeah, the first roller coaster I went on, it was like one of those where it goes up for what feels like a mile, and then it like drops straight down, and then right before it like hits the ground, it goes like up again, and then like upside down, and like kind of suspends you in midair. And that was good. I said a lot of things that day that I never said out loud before. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and other than that, and we took my sister's husband wanted to see Daytona Beach.
Nice.
So there was a day where we drove out that way.
I'm not a beach guy. I don't get the
neither,
beach.
Neither am I.
You don't look like a beach guy.
I'm not.
Yeah, beach guys are just like laying in the sand. But like, who wants to lay in the sand? You know,
not me.
That's just nasty.
I don't mind the beach at night.
The beach at night is
But nobody else wants to do the beach at night.
I don't get that. It should be opposite.
or at least it seems that way.
Yeah.
But, we went and he wanted to put his feet in the water and say he'd been there. We did see the Daytona 500. We drove by that. Pretty massive looking place. And then we ate at something right there on the shore. It was called something was Crab Shack. Don't remember. But they had chicken.
Yeah.
So I was able to actually partake.
Nice.
You
don't eat the fish.
I'm a landlubber and I don't eat the sea.
You don't eat the crab?
No, I don't eat
shrimp?
No, I used to eat a tuna fish sandwich when I was a kid, and then I got sick of it. Because it was tuna fish.
Are you serious?
Every day, all day.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
I just packed some tuna fish in my salad. I am a tuna
Is that what
nut.
Okay.
I go crazy for a nice can of I don't do the tuna in water. You know, you go to Walmart, you see the tuna in water. That's not me, you know.
That's where it came from.
This is what I do. I get the can with it's like tuna in extra virgin olive oil with sun-dried tomatoes. It's a luxury can.
Does that mean it's never been touched?
It's it's an untouched, untampered with tuna fish,
Right.
And it's literally like biting into heaven, kind of like it's very just sweet and like it's almost like going on a roller coaster. You almost feel that.
Well,
Sorry,
enough
John.
about the fun I had while
Okay.
I was gone.
Yeah,
Let's hear
John.
about the fun you had while I was gone.
It was a blast. I did something that you might. In a regular day, if you were still in Virginia, you may have came over and like kicked me out. I played Christmas music in July at the request of some people, but
You let the listeners run the station, Dave.
it was
What day was this?
it was an overwhelming. It was July 31st, so the last possible day.
Now, was this like done in the morning or
no,
the
this,
afternoon?
this was like the afternoon. You know how I on
Did you
Mondays,
do it during the lunch show?
on Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm here till like from 4 to 6 doing the live
did it
drive at
during
5.
that part.
I did it at that part, and we had like 6 different people call in. It was like
Sure, it wasn't just the same person calling you
positive.
back.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
positive, John,
okay,
positive.
And what, pray tell, did they want to hear?
Bombarded. We had some we had some like new Christmas music. We had some like Bing Crosby, who sings "It's a White Christmas."
A lot of different people.
Oh, like the
Nat
old
King
one.
Cole,
It might have been like Nat
Mel
King Cole.
Torme, maybe.
Okay.
Wait, did
Was
you
it
say
Bing-
White Christmas?
Yeah.
Bing Crosby.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of
Okay.
then. Yeah, we didn't have any Joni Mitchell, which I was a little disappointed.
Don't know how Christmassy Joni got.
Oh, she got a Blue Christmas. She sings that song. That's
I
not really about
like
Christmas.
Elvis one myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Blue.
It's coming. It'll be here before you know it.
But it was good. It was good overall.
I'll take another vacation when that hits.
Okay. A month-long vacation offered.
Though I did see Christmas stores inside
Yeah.
of Disney.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. They're opening them up.
Oh, well, I think they run them all year round.
That's too much for me. That's too much.
It is what it is.
Nothing like the day after Christmas, and like you hear Christmas music still. You're like, just stop it.
Not
You know
too
what I
many
mean?
do that, but
None-
some do.
Some do that, and
As
you're
long
like,
as you do it
what's
the day
point?
of,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Even the day of, I'm like, it's here. So just like I'm like, it's
yeah,
over.
but you want to hear it when you're opening your presents.
Do you though? Do you?
For us that get presents, I don't know what you do.
We get coal. We get
well, yeah.
just like we don't get stockings of coal. We just get like a dirty rag wrapped with like a rubber band and it has like a coal lump inside. Yeah. Yeah, but my week was it was challenging, John.
Noah's Tiny Tim Christmas, folks.
Thank you.
All right. So if you want to be a part of all this fun, you can give us a call now if you'd like. 434-394-0924. Otherwise, I've been itching to talk about what has happened on
know
this
you
day.
have. I did want to mention one more thing.
Yo, go right
I was
ahead.
telling you earlier about like the Carolina Reaper that I ate on the air.
I heard that didn't go down
It
so
did
well.
not go well at all. But
That's why you do that before you actually do it on air.
well, I challenged myself. I was like, I'm going to do this, and it wasn't regret, but it was immediate. What is it?
I heard it put a hurting on you.
It did a little bit, but like I survived after it. Like it took probably like a half hour for everything to kind of just slow down and like for me to be.
Are you much of
normal again?
Eating stuff like that?
I'll do anything that's crazy like that, John. Especially spicy. I love spicy.
That's what I
food.
meant, spicy.
I felt like there was fire in me, and I could like light something with just my hands, if that makes sense. Like I felt like it was like on fire inside. But yeah, let's get into this history lesson.
1960.
today.
I'm glad you asked. Independence declared by Upper Volta. Mm-hmm. Sounds like some robot or something, but Upper Volta.
Upper Volta
Yeah.
2.0.
It's now Burkina of Fosco, I don't know, which means land of incorruptible people. Mm-hmm. There you
Okay.
go. I didn't know that. Incorruptible.
Incorruptible.
Corruptible.
Yep, that's how you say words.
That's how I say them after I look at it for a while. a landlocked country in Western Africa.
Can a country be landlocked?
That's what it says.
Wow.
Yeah. Proclaimed its independence on this day back in 1960, ending more than 60 years of French rule.
French, yep. That's definitely
French.
Yeah.
Oh, but of course.
We got your land.
We do not run it anymore. But anyway, 2019 American writer, I'm just, they're here, so I just read them. Toni Morrison, who earned a Nobel Prize for Literature in 1993. He's going to go, he must have put another pepper in his mouth, and he's taking off, for novels that examine the black experience, particularly black female experience within the black community, died at the age of 88 on this day back in 2019.
It's unfortunate.
Another 2019 date here. Continued anti-government protest and a general strike brought Hong Kong to a near standstill. Among the demonstrators' demands were universal suffrage and investigations into allegations of police brutality. Mm-hmm. That was 2019. And then we got a 2011 that I think I might go by because Thai businesswoman and politician, looks like Yingluck Shinawatra,
yep,
close enough for me, was elected Prime Minister of Thailand, becoming the first woman to hold that post. That would have been 2011. And then we get into 2010. I do remember this. 33 workers became trapped after a mine in somewhere desert of Chile collapsed. And let's see, the resulting rescue took 69 days. It took 60. I do remember this, attracting international attention. 69 days, but that was 2010. And then we're jumping now. 1981, U.S. President Ronald Reagan fired more than 11,000 air traffic controllers who were on strike. You're fired.
Yeah,
You're gone.
Get out of here.
Tear down this post. Whatever. Anyway, 1964, U.S. President, your boy, Lyndon B.
right.
Johnson.
Everybody knows he's my favorite president. Oh, man. Wow.
Put the Gulf of Tonkin resolution before Congress, and it served as the principal constitutional authorization for the subsequent, I love these big words early in the morning, vast escalation of the United States military involvement in the Vietnam War. However you want to say it.
Vietnam. I like Vietnam better.
Supposedly, if you served, you can say Nam.
Nam.
But if you didn't, you shouldn't.
I'm afraid if I said Nam, somebody wouldn't know what I was talking about. Like, Vietnam? What was that, sir?
Just thank you from this area.
All right.
1963, the United States, the Soviet Union, and the United Kingdom signed the nuclear test ban treaty in Moscow. And we know how great that's been going.
Yeah, very good, John.
Yeah. 1963. Musical date. 1957, Dick Clark's American Bandstand, a TV show in which performers lip-synced. They did.
Happened a lot.
Their latest songs, and the teenage audience danced and began airing nationally back on this day, 1957.
Now, speaking of lip syncing, did you ever see the Mamas and the Papas on, I want to say, the Ed Sullivan Show, where they were performing live, and they were forced to lip sync, or the whole thing, their performance, I guess, because they didn't want them to mess up. So they were like, "Hey, we're gonna play your recording. You have to lip sync to it." Those were the guidelines. So
I wonder if that was their choice or.
It was Ed Sullivan's, whoever, the producers of that show.
I wonder why they would have been worried about them not being able to hit their notes.
They protested it, the Mamas and the Papas, by eating fruit on stage while singing, half-heartedly singing. They would just bite into a banana or a pear.
Well, I didn't realize they were lip synced on that show, because isn't that the one where Jim Morrison of the Doors said the line that he wasn't supposed to say in "Light My Fire"? Maybe it was
after.
Higher.
Maybe it was after that.
You think Jim ruined it for everybody?
Maybe. I mean, that
I
happened
ruined it
before,
for everybody. Come on, baby, light my. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. Good old Jim.
Good old Jim. Oh, man.
And 1930, U.S. astronaut Neil Armstrong, the first man to set foot on the moon, if you believe that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm, of course.
Some people
That's
don't.
history.
Was
That happened.
He was born
That
on this
happened,
day,
baby.
1930, in
Okay.
Ohio.
Yes, see, I can't believe he's from Ohio.
That's what it says.
What a origin story. That's like a super Marvel comic
And are you a
hero.
Houdini fan?
Love Houdini.
All
He's
right.
one of us.
1926, in his last
Yep.
public stunt, American magician Harry Houdini stayed in an underwater airtight coffin for some 90 minutes. He bested rival magician Raman Bey's time of 1 hour. Interesting.
Yeah.
Ever watch anything on Harry Houdini?
A little bit.
Movies or bio things?
A little bit, yeah.
Interesting how he succumbed. Supposedly some guy, but this would happen sometimes. People, for whatever reason, people would try to give him a punch to the stomach, and he could take it. Mm-hmm. But as he was getting a little bit older, they'd tried it. This guy tried it. I don't know if he was ready or not braced for it yet, or he sucker sort of punched him, kind of thing. And that one, he fell ill from, but it was more because at the time, I guess it was unbeknownst to him, he had abdominal problem. He had something going on there, and I don't know if that was like the
nail in the
catalyst
coffin.
for it. Yeah, I don't know, but
I did want to mention I have a piece of my own, not history, but today, on Monday, August 5th, Prince Edward County Schools, the public schools, classes are starting today, and I just wanted to wish everybody...
Sorry, kids.
wanted to wish everybody, here at WFLO, hope the students in, faculty members, and administrators have a great start to the school year. It should be pretty exciting.
it should be. Got anything else?
That's all I got today, John.
All right.
Just want to throw that...
Most kids, I think, are excited the first day back. Maybe not all, but I'd say most.
First day back, they're excited. Second day back, they're not.
Nah.
And interestingly enough, I think did they pass the phone law now in schools? You can't have your phone; they have to take it away.
I wouldn't have been allowed to have anything like that anyway. So
Well, true, but during your lunch break or whatever, I don't think you're allowed.
we weren't allowed to wear hats in school.
Well, that's just
Not
that's
during
just
class.
crazy, John.
Matter of fact, you got one on now.
Did you not have a Game Boy with you?
No, we were there to do this
There
thing
was-
called learning.
Yeah. But there was cool kids, the cool kids had the Game Boys, right? And they were playing Tetris in the back, being
No.
Nobody had a Game Boy at your school.
No.
Growing up, I find that incredibly hard.
If they did, I mean, all I knew is I didn't have one,
Yeah.
so that's all I cared about.
Okay. Well,
Video games came when I got home.
yeah. Well, I mean, the phone is not a game. It's more of a way of communicating with the outside.
We didn't have that.
Yeah.
We didn't have even internet by the time I was in high school.
Well,
So it's easy to live without stuff when you don't have it.
yeah.
I sound like the old timer. We had to walk 6 miles to school.
A little.
I didn't have to do that, but my ancestors did.
That's right. Well,
My grandmother did.
I think we're at that time, John.
Yeah, we
The
are.
Bottom of the
We
hour.
killed enough time to get to the bottom of the hour, and that's what we do around here. We kill time. Here we go. This edition of The Weather is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
And for today, mostly sunny with a high near 92. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 71. Tuesday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high near 90. Tuesday night, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a low around 70. Wednesday, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high near 83. And Wednesday night, 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a low around 69. Humidity 100%, southwest winds 3 miles per hour, barometer 30.09. Still got some areas of fog and mist, cloudy 73 here at WFLO. And the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. The birthday calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
And with those birthdays, I see you put the jazzy bed in.
I did put the jazzy bed in.
Johnny May
Johnny
jazzy birthday.
May
Johnny
jazzy
May.
bed.
He may if he
May
wants.
birthday bed.
Here we
jazzy.
go. Birthdays
Yes.
for today. What is today? The 5th.
Today's the 5th, John.
August 5th, by the way.
I got some birthdays.
And it's Noah Massage time. Take it away, Noah.
Thank you, John. I want to go ahead and read those now for everybody who's
Please
listening.
do so.
All right, like right now. So thank you. Starting off. Sorry.
You're okay, I think. I don't know.
We have Ron Hall. Sorry, I call him John Hall. Ron Hall, Jason Bishop. Happy birthday, Jason. Also, Jane.
His friends call him Ron. You can call him John.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry about that, Ron.
That's okay.
And last but not least, we don't have any anniversaries, by the way. These are all birthdays. Yeah, not today. Janie Simpson will be 99 years old today. So happy birthday, a Farmville native. Janie Simpson. Congratulations.
Does it say that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering how you knew that.
It says it.
Okay.
In ink.
All right. Is that it?
That's it, John. We had 3 birthdays. I'll go ahead and read them again.
No, we're good.
Okay.
And you can read them again if you want to. I don't care.
No,
You got
it's
30
okay.
some odd seconds.
Okay, I'll just just a quick summary of today, in case if anybody missed. We had Ron Hall having a birthday, Jason Bishop, and of course, Janie Simpson will be turning 99 today. Farmville native. Happy birthday.
And you got the Ron John thing taken care of?
Yes, so
Okay,
I called Ron, actually, John, at the beginning of the segment. If anybody was, if somebody's just tuning in right now, I called him Ron, John. His
You
name's
shouldn't
Ron.
have. If they were tuning in now, they wouldn't have known you made the mistake you did. It's okay, though. All right. Well, if you want to get those birthdays on, how can they do that?
They can email those to birthdays at WFLO.net. Call them in at 434-394-0924 or just call John's personal cell phone number, which is
Yeah. I think we have a birthday edition.
Okay.
Here we go. Good morning. You're on the air. Hello. I sound like Mickey Mouse?
He had a dream, John. This is like a premonition.
Oh. Hi, boys and girls. Ah.
This.
I sound like Noah doing that, though. I don't want to get people
John.
confused.
All right. Well, to each their own, John. Hey, Mickey. What happened? Sorry.
So what have you been up to, sir, besides having dreams about me speaking like Mickey Mouse? He did. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I apologize. How'd that go?
Yeah, it was pretty rock and
Well,
roll.
Noah was playing what was already put in the system for the most part. Did you throw some of that weird stuff you listened to in there?
I did not, John.
Oh,
I felt bad, and I was like, well, is this a party or am I celebrating John's party? So I went ahead and, did a John-style party. If it was my party, though, we would have had a lot of Johnny May.
Oh, you'd have been hearing all kinds of interesting stuff.
We would have some Johnny May, some
show tunes and whatnot.
Show tunes, some swing music, a little jazz, a little alternative rock.
Right. Oh, the public service announcements returned to Ron's show. They made a comeback. Due to popular demand, the PSA's made a comeback.
I'm not gonna lie, I listened to a couple of those, and they're enjoyable. Like, it's like fun little nugget.
That means he didn't bother to fill it, is what he's trying to say. But that's okay. Saving animals and stuff, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yep.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I still let some filter through. We don't, let all of them play, but that's okay if it plays. Well, technically, I think we're supposed to play them every so often.
Yeah.
It's FCC type stuff.
And
VBA. Which I remember.
They might be listening, John. No, I'm kidding.
That's why I'm name dropping them right now, so we can get some sort of recognition.
No, I'm kidding.
So did that happen?
Oh,
I don't know. It shouldn't have, but that not really. Oh, okay. Ah, interesting. Well, the system only knows what it hasn't played, so it doesn't know the difference between one or the other, and so maybe we had more than one Kelly Clarkson that was in there. You did say Kelly Clarkson, right? Yeah. Okay. So we must have had more than one, but they were probably different ads. They were different, maybe for the same thing, but if we had more than one, sometimes it falls
slightly altered.
Yeah, slightly altered under whatever the PSA was about. I don't know right offhand, but yeah, we have sometimes that are multiple. What's that again?
They had cell phones when you were in school. They were just 600 pounds, he said, John. Yeah.
Well, I don't remember cell phones until right after I got out of school. And they came in these things where you put in your car.
Oh, true.
And I remember that sort of stuff.
Then they had the big, it looked like a brick with an antenna that you would extend out. It would
I don't
reach
remember
like
too much of an
feet.
antenna,
Yeah.
but I mean, there was one maybe, but I don't remember it like one of these ones you extend or anything like that.
I saw Kramer with one in an episode of Seinfeld once, I think. Or maybe it was a walkie-talkie.
There was a cell phone tower put on the land where we live, and that would have had to have been, I don't know, 95, 96, somewhere in that. And so they were given, my grandmother and my dad were given these complimentary cell phones to use in their cars. Those are the ones I remember first. And then, of course, after that, then the onslaught began, and everybody had them, and then they got smaller and smaller and continued to. Well, now they're going back to being bigger again, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's funny how things kind of reverse eventually, come back around.
It does. It really does. It's
all touch screen now, though.
It's like a big TV in your pocket.
I wouldn't say a big TV, but it's a TV in your pocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you remember me telling you that? Yeah, we did that as kids. We thought that was funny. What we would do is we had an old tape. Well, actually, it was my aunt's. It was like this tape recorder about like that, and you could record yourself talking on it and all that. Had a built-in mic.
Ooh.
And so what we would do as kids is we would look at the old, whatever the books were that my grandmother had, that had the words to the old Christmas songs, and we would sing into it. And then we'd get my dad to take it to the radio station he worked at, and he'd speed it up to make it sound like Chipmunks.
Ah.
And then he'd re-record it and then bring it back and let us hear it, listen to it. And so that's what we would do. It was something silly we did as kids.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, though.
Because that's really all it was. David Seville, he parlayed that into a successful career. Because that's who did. Yep. Yeah, he was way better at it than we were. But All we knew is if you sped us up, we sounded like chipmunks. That's all we knew. But, yeah, he was a talented guy. Go. What's that? Speed who up? Oh, us. I mean, let's play this backwards and see if it gets any better. Noah.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it.
You sound like Bob Dylan
Bob
backwards.
Dylan, everybody.
Bob Dylan backwards is what it is.
The times they are changing.
How much Bob Dylan did you play while I was gone?
I played a couple Bobby D's. Sorry,
Bobby B?
the Bobby B and the Bobby D.
You were playing Bobby Brown, is what
Bobby
you
Brown
were doing.
and Bobby Dylan.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan. Yeah.
Did you call in caller last week while I was gone, or did you wait for me to get back? You did call on Friday, and what did you talk about on Friday? Since I missed it.
Oh man, they were both kind of shocked. Like I was here, and
That you did it?
That I was going to do it. Yeah, like you could see on their faces.
Even though I advised him not to do it, he did it anyway.
John, I wanted to take up that torch.
I'm sure you did.
There you go.
I didn't. I was just going to let it roll, but I told him I knew there was going to be a lot of things that was going to fall on him, especially Friday. Friday's kind of crazy around here.
It's a big day. It's
And,
like
I told him if he got to it, fine, but don't worry. Like you don't feel like you have to do it. I was just going to let it have the music and the sweepers, which is what I used to do sometimes at the old flow. Mm-hmm. I would just make sure it was timed out right, and I would hardly interject in it at all sometimes. Yeah. But what's that? We just came in to work anyway. COVID didn't really have much of an effect on us in the radio gig. You still had to do it regardless. I mean, I did make a joke out of it when it was first starting up, this big deal about it. And I actually did I don't know if I was just on in the afternoon. I think I was doing the Friday party. And I put a mask on just to be silly and talk through the mask just to be,
extra safe so you don't get COVID through the airwaves.
Right.
Yeah.
I was sitting there doing the show like this. Here's a Friday party, baby. Let's get down and rock and roll, man.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. I was being absurd, talking about something absurd.
Yeah.
He did.
The Back Sydney Band? They were really good. Yeah, I enjoyed them. I actually knew Ben, the main guy, and he brought in his other band members. I mean, they were half a band. I mean, there's like 3 other guys with those. It's like a band of 6, but we interviewed 3 of them. I enjoyed it, and then also the music part too was really great. I actually I like video recorded the interview, and that's up on our YouTube channel too if you want to check that out. Yeah. They were pretty intense. I love watching people like sing in person because, like, I don't know, John, do you ever get this? When you watch somebody sing, their faces kind of change.
You mean like Joe Cocker?
Yeah, like Joe Cocker. Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah. His whole body contorts. So you enjoyed the interview with Noah that he had on, it was Thursday, right?
That was, Thursday. Last Thursday of every month.
Do you know who you'll have next time? Or?
I do, yeah. So I have if you're interested, caller, I have a jazz musician. It's a solo act. His name is John Gunther.
It's not Johnny May?
Not Johnny May,
okay.
But they're always named John. John Coltrane, John Gunther, Johnny May. But
I have to go to the John.
That's right. Oh, you have to go to the John?
No, I'm just
kidding. Well, we got to go. No, I'm kidding.
Now we still got some time.
Yeah, but it should be a pretty fun interview. He's going to bring his saxophone on, so we're going to get a little jazz solo.
Saxophone. Cool. Well, caller, do you have anything else, or... That's it. All right. Well, thank you for calling in, and we hope to hear from you again, all right? All right. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Bye. All right. And he did say he did call last week.
He did, yeah.
Called
on
what,
Friday.
Friday,
He called when I was not on the air. Because
I'm not.
we got another call, John.
I'm not suggesting anything.
Okay.
All right. Let's try this one. Good
Hello,
morning. You're
how
on the
you
air.
doing?
Good morning. I think he must have us on an intercom or something.
Like an old, 70s, built-in intercom.
I don't know how old it would be, but an intercom system of some kind. He'll first come on and I can hear him pretty clear. And I'm not going to bash him or anything. I don't want it to sound like that. But yeah, his voice sort of goes out a little bit to where I can't hear him very well. But I don't know if it's because he has us on an intercom or
We
what.
should extend an offer to that one caller that he can come in and we can talk to him in person for 15 minutes. Because he's, yeah, I don't know. That's actually.
Well, we
I
don't
take
know
that
his
back.
name,
We
so
don't
I
know his
don't know if he'd really want to come in
You
or
would
not.
have to find us, yeah.
No. Because the first time caller sent, from what I understand, Betty, sent his wife down to give Noah that hot stuff he had.
Yes.
Where his mouth almost
Peppers.
exploded.
That's right. It was that I can't think of her name. It's a newer artist, 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, Gloria Estefan. Yes.
Okay. Not bad Mamma Jamma Christmas or anything like that? Oh, okay. That is a good version. It's different. Okay.
I was. Oh my goodness, Betty! I've seen a lady like that before. I think I missed. I missed that time. No, yeah, I didn't see that. Wow.
It wouldn't be worth that. Well, I know who's going to do most of the Christmas stuff when Christmas rolls around again, and that will be Noah. Since he likes it so much.
Okay. You know,
He just volunteered himself.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure it is. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for calling in, Betty.
Appreciate you, Betty, and I will definitely wave to you next time I see you out there. I'll run out in the street next time if I see you first.
Well, he wears a hat now with WFLO on it, so
Yes.
that might give it away.
Might give it away a little bit. Very
All right.
nice.
All right, take care, Betty.
Thank you, Betty.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
You too. Bye. All right, Betty Ike. And I wanted to mention something because I noticed you got a song by this band coming up in your hour. You are coming on next, right?
I am, yes.
All right. Aerosmith retires
I knew
from
it.
touring,
Yes.
citing permanent damage to Steven Tyler's voice last year.
Whoa.
So that's an end of an era right
That
there.
kind of is, yeah. It
Wow.
was the last hurrah. Oh, we got another caller, John.
We'll squeeze this one in and say good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning,
Morning.
man.
You got any more hot peppers for Noah?
That's
All
right.
right.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's got so many, John. He can't.
Start with whatever one you want.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Just for fun? I'd mess with stuff like that when I was a kid with the records that were at the house type thing, but I never tried it on air
Yeah.
or anything like that. It just sounded silly to me.
Yeah.
It just,
It-
you know.
If you play it like a, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of different bands did that, supposedly. Yep. But just go ahead. What's a pencil war?
Mm.
I just remember shooting rubber bands. I don't remember much about pencil stuff.
I think I did a couple of pencil wars.
Now, I knew a
My
guy that would chew on a pencil,
Ew.
like when I was in the first grade, and he chewed on it so much that the teacher actually took what was left, which would have been nothing but bits of wood and some lead, put it in an envelope, and make him take that home to show his mom and dad. Right. Probably so, but... So what was your other question, or did you have another one?
No, that was I'm enthralled. I
Well,
think
Noah seems to know what you're talking about.
the pencil war thing. Yes, I've dabbled in that, and also shooting rubber bands as well. Just like yanking. I once. This is kind of related, but not really. One time in Sunday school when I was a child, I was a kid. I was like 7.
That would make you a kid.
Anyways, there was this big bully named Jason, and he was sitting right next to me, and he had a
He
pencil.
wear a mask or anything like that?
No. But he, Jason Voorhees, yes, he wore a mask and was a big kid. But like this kid sat next to me, and he took his pencil and started writing on my pants, and then he was like, And then he threw the pencil at me from like a distance, like how I was closer. Like John's farther away from me now. This kid was like sitting right next to me.
Did he become a pole vaulting champion?
Well, this is what happened. I wish I handled it myself, but I told my dad. I was like, "Hey, Dad, guess what happened? This kid." And so next week, my dad came in after smoking a cigarette, and he was like, "I want to talk to this kid's father." And like my dad had a real world encounter with like a 7-year-old big kid, and this kid was shaking because my dad was like, "Did you do this to my son's?" He was like, my dad, like the morning of, he was like, "I want you to wear those pants again." He was like, "I want you to wear those pants so I can show him what you did." He did,
right.
And so I did, and this kid was just shaking. And then the dad of that kid was like, he was like, he was just writing, he was just goofing off. "I'm sorry." And my dad was like, "No, he wasn't just he was just like going insane a little bit." But was that an airplane?
I don't know. The caller can tell us what that was. Was that a vehicle just driving by, or what was that? Okay. Big truck. Yeah.
Gotcha. But that was my experience with pencils, caller. Sorry to bore you with that. Bore you to tears. But,
your dad doesn't sound like Ward Cleaver at all.
No.
Okay.
He's like Ward Cleaver if he went to the Navy. It was just like,
"You see what you did to my kid?"
Yeah. Eddie? Oh.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
I'm sure the janitor loved you to death.
Mm-hmm.
Daggone kids. Probably so. Did they do the sawdust thing when someone had an accident in the hall when you were a kid? All I know is when I saw that in the hall, my stomach would get very, I don't know.
Sick.
Yeah.
Queasy.
Queasy. That's the word, yeah. I hated that sight. That was like the worst thing you could see in school. It was like, it's like just a big mound of sawdust right there.
Alrighty.
It was like... Yeah. Guess the smell. Yeah. And for those of you listening to our show, I do apologize. Ugh. I don't know. Kids are too busy having their heads buried in the phone these days.
Not anymore, John.
That's right.
They're banning the phones from schools, so we're going to get an uptick, actually, of
you really
that
think
kind of
that
behavior.
went through?
I think so. I thought Youngkin passed that bill. So
okay, maybe he did.
It's going to
be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we got to go. So if you want to call back tomorrow and tell us some more stories, or maybe send some
finish those questions.
Hot peppers.
That's right.
Down Noah's way.
Oh goodness. Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. Have a good one. All right. Bye.